Hey, radio family, we've got a new way to win. Ace TJ Prime Rewards. Win great stuff like gift cards, Ace and TJ merch, concert tickets, and exclusive money can't buy experiences. Win it all with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. It's so easy. Download the Ace and TJ Family app in your app store or at acetj.com/app and start winning with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. New winners every week. Fun and free. Get the app and play Ace TJ Prime Rewards. We always knew you were a winner. Now it's your chance to prove it. Get the app today.
If it's trending, it's here now. This is Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
Hashtag Paris TS the Eras Tour, because Taylor Swift is in Paris, kicking back off of the Eras Tour, the European leg, and she put in a bunch of new songs from the new album. New costumes, new choreography. People very excited to see it. But that also means she's got to pull out a bunch of songs that people love. So there were girls in the crowd sobbing when they realized that the set list had changed and it wasn't going to go into their next favorite song. Oh. The moment of realization when she wasn't going to play Crumbling Castles or whatever it was. She was, oh my God, she's not going to do it. She's not going to play it. It's like, well, it's a 3.5-hour show. She's probably going to do as many as she can.
We drove all this way to Europe.
Yeah.
It's a 3.5-hour show. But she's that level now where if you go see a legendary, a Rolling Stones, a Billy Joel, an Elton John, you walk away going, oh, you know what, he didn't do. There's always something that you go, they didn't do this, they didn't do that, because there are too many.
Yeah.
She's that level now. There's just too many hits in 3.5 hours. Yeah. She's still going to have one or two that the people are going to leave going, I wish they'd have done this one. You know?
Yeah, but to cry when you realize that they're not going to do it, it's just so crushing. Justin Bieber, great news for Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber yesterday. They announced that they're going to have a baby together. So that's great. I was so excited to see those two celebrate together.
Oh, yeah.
I loved it.
So
he's still cute too.
Yeah, he
needs to just dress differently, like a man, and not a little boy.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a far cry from what he looked like when he first made a splash. I mean, he's got this big burly beard now, but I'm happy to see that they're originally they thought Justin Bieber was on the verge of a mental breakdown about 2 weeks ago. And it's like, no, he's just probably getting ready to.
He was playing everybody a little bit.
Yeah, maybe, but good for him.
I think it's interesting, though. I didn't realize this morning. I was looking at it, said he's 30, she's 27. And I had to stop and go, man,
he's 30.
He's just now 30. Yeah. You forget he was, 14?
Something like that.
When he hit? Like, he's been a star for almost 2 decades, and he's just now 30 years old. That's crazy.
Yeah. So
he's not as old as I thought he was older. You know, what are those
really?
things? I just figured he was older.
Yeah. And then finish this Kesha lyric. Wake up in the morning.
Feeling like P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Not anymore, huh?
Yeah, not anymore. Yeah. She is officially changing. She did this at Coachella the other week. She changed that lyric, feeling like P. Diddy, to wake up in the morning saying F. P. Diddy. Yeah. And she said, no, that's going to be permanent. That's the way we're moving forward. So
I was wondering about
fun
Kesha.
Headline.
Yeah.
You were wondering about Kesha?
Yeah.
You and the rabid Kesha fans. I mean, there are still some.
But the thing is I think pop music needs old Kesha type music.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like her as an older person putting out new music?
Her older songs. That same
songs.
style of stuff needs to be in, whether it's Kesha or somebody else doing the same type music, needs to be more of that.
You hated that song that she had a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah. The
you
one
hated
that old whiny, slow, suicidal type song.
Every time the song was played on the radio, TJ would go, oh. Like, I mean, hundreds of times they played it during our show, and every single time he'd go, oh.
You're doing a morning show trying to get people happy and laughing and everything, and then you put on some death song.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, God, you're just killing the audience.
I love it. So those are a few things that are now trending.
All right. We have the proof, the scientific proof, as to whether or not, if you're a guy, you're in a relationship with a psychopath. Ooh. So we'll tell you the signs coming up next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Don't just listen to the Ace and TJ show. Watch it. Now available 24 hours a day on YouTube. Just search for Ace TJ TV. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Okay, this is very interesting. Because the term psycho gets thrown around all the time. If somebody does something that you think is an outburst of some kind, then you just flippantly say, oh, he's a psycho. You're a psycho. But there are a lot of signs now, especially with people that people are interested in because of keeping up with so much crime and things like that, crime stories. There are signs that people look for all the time now that they've been taught through these shows and everything, how to spot a psychopath or a sociopath or a narcissist and all of that. There is a show called Signs of a Psychopath that's really good if you like crime type shows, documentary type shows. I don't remember what streaming service it's on, but it's called Signs of a Psychopath, I think is what it's called. But this is a study that they've done in a women's penitentiary.
Oh.
And they surveyed 2,000 caged ladies. And basically what it comes down to is the movement in the woman's head when she's talking or being upset or, when she's really elaborating on something. Mm-hmm. The less they move their head, the safer you are.
Okay.
I'm sorry. The more they move their head, the safer you are. So if she's talking and her head's going in, she's not a psychopath. There's no psychopathy there. But if she's talking to you and her head barely moves or doesn't move at all, and she's yelling and going off on you and insulting you and telling you, threatening you or whatever, then you need to walk away because she's a psychopath.
So more her head moves, less likely to be a psychopath.
And you would think it would be opposite.
Yeah.
But not with this.
Huh.
Because now a lot of people know the psycho traits in a person, like manipulation and pathological lying and lack of remorse and irresponsibility, criminal versatility, that kind of thing. But this, guys, this lets you know, well, and other women too, when you're interacting with your own kind, you know whether or not you're dealing with a psychopath strictly because of this. So you've got the tools now to know when to accuse a woman of being a psychopath and when to not. Mm-hmm. So, ladies, you get upset by the generality of that, but I'm just being the man's Oprah today. I'm being the man's Oprah.
The man's Oprah. TJ.
So, this is the information we have, and it's scientific. So if a woman gets upset with you and she doesn't move her head, you better run like the wind blows. Pack up the kids, get custody, do the whole thing. You want some head moving. I'm being a little extreme on that, but it is something that, guys, you need to look for and feel free to accuse them of it all you want and see what happens.
I think that's going to
talk it out. Great. Talk it out.
This is the Ace and TJ show.
Hey, it's Ace, and for a long time, we've told you about Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic, and how phenomenal a job they did helping me with my left wrist. Well, this is Neil. Neil Simler is a member of the Ace and TJ radio family. Neil, you took the free consultation to have them check out your elbow and talk about what happened just when you went for the free consultation.
They were very straightforward and let me know that they weren't going to treat any of my ailments if they weren't 100% sure that they were going to be able to effectively help my issue. And once were they pushy with trying to get me to spend more money and do, the higher end shots.
Now, 3 months later, how do you feel?
I'm 95% better, if not 100%. It's just been one of the best decisions I've made. do yourself a favor, get out there as soon as possible.
Set up your free consultation today at acetj.com/neogenics. It's NEOGENIX. Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic.
Live each weekday on your radio, anytime you want, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ Podcast and Radio Show.
Everybody wants to be cool. Even people who say, I don't care anything about being cool. You do want to be cool. You want to be perceived as being a cool person. Well, we have the results of a study here from Americans. And what the study says is that the average person stops being cool at age 39. So, I know in areas that I'm not cool because I'm 54 and I don't need to be doing something that's cool all the time for a 23-year-old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think that's what that makes you cool.
Yeah, I do too. I think everything makes me cool.
Thank you, TJ. I think if you're aware of that I don't need to be trying to do these things because I've already done that stuff in my life. I've moved on. That makes you cool.
Yeah, I try to change the way young people act to act like I do.
Because that's not cool.
That's the way I look at it. It's because I don't think they're cool most of the time.
Okay.
All right. So they say that the hardest thing to keep up with and stay cool is slang. You know, that's a big one.
Yeah.
Not using the right slang. Not knowing celebrities, the hottest celebrities and all. I'm on that one. Yeah. I know slang and all that because I make fun of it, so I keep up with what the slang is. But celebrities who are, who are hot, that are young, or they just came onto the scene, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a lot harder to do these days, though, because there are so many different niche things, and then social media and TikTok, and people are celebrities in one area, not in another, and it just depends on what you're into.
Yeah, and this is it kind of debunks the entire survey to me. It says the arts. Because most people can't name an artist in 2024 other than Banksy.
Well, that is true.
But who cares about art? Who cares about art?
It doesn't say. Did you say it has to be a living artist?
Just says artist.
I know older ones.
Yeah.
Fashion, that's understandable. Yeah. That makes sense. Books, which is not cool. People don't read books. See, that's the thing there. Cool people don't keep up with art, and they don't read books. Please. Technology, people being out of touch with the technology. I'm not that at all.
At all.
No. Of course. Movies. I think more older people would keep up with more movie stuff if the movies didn't suck all the time. I mean, they're few and far between that are good movies that are put out today.
I think a lot of younger people don't keep up with it. Well, but a movie wise now though is a movie that can be a Netflix release or a Prime Video, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Social media is another one. People who never use TikTok or would know how and all of that, that's considered uncool. Music. See, I always think the music that I listen to is cool, or I wouldn't like it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
And food.
Food makes you
cool?
cool?
You don't know the latest food trends.
Oh.
You see what I mean? They got a bunch of nerds to answer these questions, obviously. A bunch of egghead, book-reading, art-loving foodies.
That's not cool. Well, it's lasagna. What do you want me to tell you? I don't know. I guess not.
It's classico.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
The Johnson Group has been cleaning some of Charlotte's most prestigious businesses since 1985. Family owned and operated. Learn more at acetj.com/clean. It's first class cleaning with the Johnson Group.
Available when you want it, how you want it. This is the Ace and TJ Podcast and Radio Show.
Mr. Riggins, would you read at that thing that the marketing department sent for us to how we're supposed to promote the show?
Yeah. Well, Friday's all about the Ace and TJ Podcast and Radio Show. As this is the day, we'll have the Week in Review as well. It has a whole new sound and scenario made for listener feedback. Pound that everywhere with Friday's content.
Wait, we have a whole new scenario?
A whole new scenario.
What does that even mean?
No one told me there was a scenario change.
Maybe that's the way people listen. The scenario is radio, and then don't forget about all of this stuff on YouTube and
On the app and all that stuff.
And
That's our scenario?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a whole new scenario.
If you're a real fan of the ACT
But-
show, you know all the scenarios.
But we got to. I think we got to stop hiring middle school kids to work in the marketing department.
It's a whole new scenario.
scenarios to listen
You
to.
heard it here first. Pound it everywhere. I said everywhere.
I mean, pound it, pound it.
Listen, we got a whole new scenario.
Yeah, it's a new script.
Well, what does that mean? Dude, it's a new scenario. Okay?
I
shouldn't have to tell you the word.
Means the scenario's not old. That's what it means.
You said it has a whole new sound? Well, it's, yeah.
Yeah, the microphones aren't as good. I'm a little bit torn here because we got an email the other day from a lady named Crystal, and she's from Newton, North Carolina, and she said Newton needs the small town adventures for you to save our festival. I was like, what? What does that mean? Well, evidently in Newton, North Carolina, they're having some kind of a folk art festival or something, and the town is under construction in a lot of areas. They're trying to spruce it up and all, and so she's worried that the sidewalks will be shut down and people will think they can't get to the local businesses there as they're coming to the art festival. And so when I went to bed last night, the other three from Small Town Adventures were sitting out in the living room, and I said, well, y'all need to let me know if we're going to go do that. So we can promote it and say we're going to be there and all of that stuff. And I got up this morning, and you know what I saw? Nothing. No message.
So no decision was made last night about Small Town Adventures on Saturday?
No, and I cooked a special Mexican meal last night, Mexican fried rice. And my little friend Jenny had 8 plates of it. 8. Yeah, throughout the night, had 8. And I'm sure that, she gets on those beers as well, that the last thing they were thinking about is what they should have been thinking about. It's whether or not they want to go to do the Small Town Adventures in Newton. So if we don't make it to Newton and you go to this festival, just know that you can walk around the construction. I guess.
And TJ tried.
But I think
look for the safety
and I
cones.
think maybe the word folk threw them off. It's something folk in the title of the festival.
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe we'll go
Folk art.
folk art. Yeah.
Two things.
2 of my favorite things.
Folks and art.
Riggins in the Weekend Review is next. Hang on.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Currents is Lake Norman's #1 lifestyle magazine. Every month, Currents brings you the latest news on what's happening in the Lake Norman area. They've been serving the Lake Norman community for over 13 years. See the latest issue of Currents now at lncurrents.com.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
It is a very special time for all of us on the Ace and TJ Show and the Ace and TJ Radio family. This is the time each week we come together to have the week that was pop culture. The week that was the Ace and TJ Show reviewed for us in song. It's Riggins and the Week in Review.
And this is my song, it's called The Week in Review. It's a week's worth of shows summarized for you. No special effects and no auto-tune. Just me and my guitar performing for you. This weekend is Mother's Day. Rest up and get some sleep. It's Ace's wife's first Mother's Day. I hope his pockets are deep.
I'm ready.
I'm just gonna give my mom a card. I think that would be best because my presence is the present. Thank you, Kanye West.
Yeah.
But seriously, Ace, you better step it up. Understand the importance of motherhood. take out a home loan, refinance, your gift had better be good.
And this is my song, it's called The Week in Review. It's a week's worth of shows summarized for you. No special effects and no auto-tune. Just me and my guitar performing for you.
TJ's taking his wife Jody to a baseball game, one of her favorite places, but just watch out for the players if they mistake her teeth for one of the bases. Tech D Rob is accused of cheating at a card game tournament. He came face to face with his accusers. Imagine Tom Brady with Deflategate just swapped the Patriots with a bunch of losers. And Tom Brady got roasted on Sunday, and he handled it all with grace. You want to roast someone happy and successful, which is why we won't be roasting Ace.
This is my song, it's called The Week in Review. It's a week's worth of shows summarized for you. No special effects and no auto-tune. Just me and my guitar performing for you.
Drake and Kendrick Lamar were beefing. I think you get the gist. And you know they both throw punches with their thumbs tucked inside their fists. Travis Kelce got his first acting job. Can't wait to see what he does. I haven't seen his performance, but I've heard there's already Oscars buzz. Wendy's is rolling out a 50-count chicken nugget box, which is totally deranged. I was going to read and clean the house today, but my plans have abruptly changed.
And this is my song, it's called The Week in Review. It's a week's worth of shows summarized for you. No special effects and no auto-tune. Just me and my guitar performing for you.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank
Well
you.
done.
Thank you.
There is a story today, and it is the story you'll be talking about the rest of the day because something happened, terrible happened, to a little lady that never should have happened. And you would think in a small town like Kinston, North Carolina, she would be safe. She would have friends, friendly people around her. You will not believe this story. Coming up next.
Live on your radio and anytime you want us, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
It's been a debate here for years.
Does great furniture look good?
Or does it feel good?
Does it fit the style of the room good?
Or does it sit good?
Well, after years of debate
And years of research.
we've decided great furniture
Is good fitting?
and good sitting.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and get an Adirondack chair for just $279. In stock and ready to rock only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Don't just listen to the Ace and TJ show. Watch it. Now available 24 hours a day on YouTube. Just search for Ace TJ TV. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Everybody makes a mistake from time to time. But the mistake that is made in the story you're about to hear is so egregious and unbelievable. It's just one of those things that can't happen. It just can't happen. Last week, a lady in Lenore, North Carolina. I'm sorry, in Kinston, North Carolina, which is in Lenore County. Her name is Rhonda Deaver. She went to a restaurant she goes to all the time called Smith's Cafe. And she accidentally left her credit card behind. And when she realized it, she went back to pick it up. But there was a problem. Try to follow the stupidity of this. An employee spotted her card. And in an effort to find Rhonda, took photos of the front and the back of the card. And then posted those photos on Facebook in a group for the town of Kinston. No, the photos were not edited in any way. So all of her information was visible. The credit card numbers, the security number, her full name, everything. The caption said, "Hey guys, Ms. Rhonda Deaver, you left your card here at the store. If you know her, please let her know we have it. We'd love to make sure it's returned. We have placed it in a secure location."
On the internet.
Now, we don't exactly know how long the post was up, but there were over $2,000 in charges that hit the credit card.
Awful.
You know what makes it worse? Listen to how sweet she sounds.
I couldn't believe that they did that, but I was sick thinking that I might be responsible for all those charges. It had been used a whole lot of declines, but a whole lot that went through. I live on a fixed income, and there's not like there's extra money every month to cover those bills that somebody else charged on my card.
Your heart breaks for that lady.
It sucks.
Yeah.
She has closed the bank closed the account, like shut it all down. Like, let's try to figure this out. She's still working through the process of disputing the $2,000 in charges that went on her card. Like she said, fixed income, can't afford it. The owner of Smith's Cafe said he has no comment.
But why the back of the card? Why is that necessary to put out there?
What are you thinking?
You just put a name.
But I mean, even if you're going to take a picture of it, you make a mistake, take a picture of it. Just the front of the card would have been the same thing. There's no identification on the back of the card, is it?
It's unbelievable. It's the card number.
Blessed. Somebody meant well, though.
How is it possible that the owner of this cafe doesn't step up and say, "Let me work with you and help do that"? Because it's their fault.
And maybe they are.
Well,
there's just no comment. It says so. Maybe the comment says, I'm trying to sort it out behind the scenes. I don't need to be in the news with it right now. Trying to figure it out. I'm trying to help. You know, Brother Ace, I just try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. You know me.
I don't know, man.
I'm not critical of people.
I just think he should have publicly stepped right up and said, "Hey, we're going to help her work this out. We're going to figure it out behind the scenes. But we just got to give us a chance to sort this thing out a little bit."
After I lawyer up.
But you don't think the owner of Smith's Cafe in Kinston, North Carolina, is media savvy? Is that what you're saying? Just regular folk.
It's the Ace and TJ Show.
Create an unforgettable experience with the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com. Weddings, banquets, shows, expos, they do it all at the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Mother's Day is Sunday. If you've done nothing yet, you've still got a chance to save it. There's a whole big list of things you can still order. Mainly they're all from Amazon, but you can still get them and get them in time for Mother's Day. I think like CNN and Yahoo have the full lists published. And there's also a website called Eat This Not That, and they have a list of like special deals and all that kind of stuff that's happening. And one of their examples was if you want to do breakfast in bed for mom, but you're not a good cook or you're too lazy to do it, Cracker Barrel's doing like brunch all day, and you get like pancakes and eggs and all the whole thing. So you can just order that, pick it up, have it delivered. And,
absolutely,
well, that doesn't count.
Not quite the same thing.
Yeah,
you wouldn't count that. It's still breakfast in bed for mom. She didn't have to cook it.
Yeah,
you may be able to put it together for her.
Taking a shortcut on Mother's Day.
I don't know about eating breakfast in bed though.
Yeah, I know you're not. You guys aren't big fans of that.
Well, I am.
Oh yeah, Ace
I'm a big fan of eating breakfast in bed.
He eats dinner in bed.
I really.
That's his dining room.
Eats dessert in bed probably.
When I eat dessert, Rob, I'm not opposed to eating the dessert in bed.
You want some sticky ice cream all over your sheets?
Well, if I don't eat like a pig, I don't end up with sticky ice cream all over my sheets.
Automatically assumes that food's going everywhere.
No, I just say what I'm talking about. I mean, I'm eating a bowl of ice cream. If I don't spill any, I'm fine.
When I picture you eating in bed, you're crisscross applesauce and just shoveling it.
Yeah, no. And I picture a giant cone. He's eating an ice cream cone.
Really? No, I wouldn't. A cone's tough to eat in bed.
A dip cone with chocolate all over your mouth.
More a bowl of something or some type of. It's got to have. I think it's usually got to have some type of a container, or maybe something like an ice cream sandwich that has like paper with it that you can help catch things, so that there's no mess.
Bedside baked Alaska.
Yeah. I do not know the problem with everybody. Y'all have a hang up about eating in bed. Do you, Riggins? Do you eat in bed? You don't like it either? You don't,
No,
Rob?
I need to be like sitting up.
Yeah. Well, you can sit up though. Yeah, you prop the pillows up. You got a little TV. You get your feet under the covers and everything. Get settled and just kind of, or maybe just plop down on top of the covers. I'm wearing my very comfy, heavy robe. Just kick back, relax a little bit. Polish off a ham sandwich or something. I don't know.
On the covers, as in the bedspread or the comforter that's on the bed. or on your blankets?
Yeah, but usually
God.
I'm underneath the bed. Usually 99% of the time I'm underneath the covers.
If I were to put anything that weighs more than 2 ounces on top of our comforter.
Oh, that's taboo?
Man, that she'd be a Tasmanian devil. You don't sit on it. Don't sit on that.
Ooh.
Yeah. Pull it back.
Oh, my God.
If you're going to get in the bed, get in the bed. Make up your mind.
Oh, God. Go get in the bed, get in the bed. I'm sorry.
Or if I'm sitting on the bed for a second to put my socks on, she'll come, you got back in the bed? Like I just...
Yep, I did.
And she starts, she calculates every hour that I sleep. You slept 7.5 hours last night. Why are you getting back in bed?
Oh, my God.
Well, I'm putting my socks on.
Why did she just count?
I was going to say. You were going to say. You did say. What are you talking about?
Live on your radio and anytime you want us, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Well, here we are, another new year, and you're, again, going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help, because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is natural and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin.
Available when you want it, how you want it. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
There is a mom for Mother's Day who's gone very, very viral. I just hate the term mega viral, but I don't know another way to use it.
Super viral.
Her name is Madison Barbosa. She has the reason we don't play it for you is because she says the F word about 400 times in it. So it's unfiltered is the way it was described. Her rant is to husbands about what your wife really wants for Mother's Day. She doesn't want a day away from the kids. According to this lady, she wants, quote, a day where she can shut her effing brain off, where she doesn't have to have the mental load, end quote. Her suggestion to husbands is to plan everything and get her a card because she wants one.
Get her a card?
A card because she still wants a card.
I don't know how good of a mom she is.
Who, this lady?
Yeah.
Okay. And what? Here we go. TJ, what is the criteria by which you would use to judge that?
The fact that she obviously can't communicate without saying the F word 100 times.
Yeah.
And that's not motherly like. Especially in a public forum,
It's lots of F-bombs and other profanity.
Yeah, she's saying that same stuff to her kids and all that. And I don't know, just me.
So again, plan everything. Don't ask her any questions about it. Just plan it all out so she doesn't have to have the mental load. And get her a card because she wants one.
Yeah. Is she pretty?
Yeah.
Didn't sound convincing there.
I didn't.
I wasn't expecting the question.
Somebody said that pretty moms get more trinkets and things.
Okay.
Who says that?
Scientists, experts. So I hope she is pretty. She can get all the stuff that she wants. Not saying if you don't get a lot, that means you're ugly. I'm not saying that. But it's just like these prejudices that people carry. These biases for pretty moms.
That the prettier you are, you tend to get more gifts from kids, man in your life, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
They really roll out the red carpet.
Okay.
And pretty is not just on the surface, because this lady doesn't seem pretty inside.
Yeah.
She's got a smut mouth. That's what they ought to call her. Mommy smut mouth. Got a dirty, filthy mouth on her.
Now Trending with Rick is coming up next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Meal delivery services are a big thing right now, but Table and Twine is your local meal delivery service. The meals are fresh, not frozen like national chains. Plus, their meals start at just $7.99 a serving. Take back that time in your day, leave the shopping, preparation, and cooking to Table and Twine. Get details at tableandtwine.com. That's tableandtwine.com.
If it's trending, it's here now. This is Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
Another crazy video of an airplane, a Boeing airplane, where the front landing gear didn't come out and it had to make an emergency landing. That was one video of a Boeing airline this week. There was another video of fire on the runway because I don't know. It's just not good times. It's not good times for Boeing right now.
Not at all.
Who is the other? Who else makes airplanes that we fly on? All I know is Boeing.
I don't know.
Do they make all the airplanes we fly on?
No.
There's got to be others.
But Boeing is the biggest one.
But Airbus was its own company, right? That wasn't part of Boeing. That was a separate company. Airbus.
It's a European country, Airbus.
Yeah,
Ooh.
they're Lockheed
No,
Martin,
thank you.
Airbus, Raytheon. There's some others.
Okay, I'm starting to get, I mean, there's so many of these stories now. I'm starting to get nervous if I have to get back on a plane.
Yeah, Boeing
anytime
and
in the near
Airbus.
future.
The world's only major large passenger aircraft manufacturers are Boeing and Airbus.
Really?
Yeah.
Kind of a monopoly on the airlines. But Boeing is trending this week. What else? There's a couple of new movies in theaters. The Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is out in theaters today. This is another one of those. Those were great movies, but I watched the trailer for this one. It wasn't thrilling.
Yeah, it doesn't have the main character from the last three.
And they don't use real apes for that, right?
Not, no.
Good.
I don't know. You could be convinced to believe that they are real. I mean, they look real. It is wild. And then today, I think, is an important day before we head into Mother's Day weekend. Today is National Military Spouse Appreciation Day.
That's a good one.
I think that's a great one. I wanted to mention that because that is a tough job.
Yeah, that should get a lot more publicity.
Yeah, but it is, also it's National Teachers Week. It's also National Nurses Week. And the teachers have been very vocal this week about not getting the right kind of gifts, the good gifts, as they call them. And I've seen tons of videos on social media about this. This is a good gift. This is a bad gift. Here's what you can do to be better in the future. It's just really ugly.
So stupid.
But I also love it. So something just for Tech D Rob. And he doesn't even know about it yet. He's got big plans this weekend that he doesn't even know about. Coming up next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Hey, it's Ace, and for a long time, we've told you about Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic, and how phenomenal a job they did helping me with my left wrist. Well, this is Neil. Neil Simler is a member of the Ace and TJ Radio family. Neil, you took the free consultation to have them check out your elbow and talk about what happened just when you went for the free consultation.
They were very straightforward and let me know that they weren't going to treat any of my ailments if they weren't 100% sure that they were going to be able to effectively help my issue. And once were they pushy with trying to get me to spend more money and do, the higher end shots.
Now, 3 months later, how do you feel?
I'm 95% better, if not 100%. It's just been one of the best decisions I've made. Do yourself a favor, get out there as soon as possible.
Set up your free consultation today at acetj.com/neogenics. It's Neogenix. Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic.
Live each weekday on your radio, anytime you want, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Tech D Rob has been with his girlfriend for 9 years.
Yep.
9 years. And everybody loves Rob. Everybody loves his girlfriend, Meredith. We don't get to see her often, but she's always funny when we're around her. And she, her and Rob have a funny relationship. They kind of just make fun of each other in a, playful, joking sort of way. And it's always really fun to watch. And she's super sweet, very smart. She's a teacher, right?
Yes.
She's a teacher, very smart.
Math teacher.
Oh, I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, Rob, you don't even know, but you have a big responsibility on your shoulders this weekend. Okay. Do you know what I'm going to say?
I don't think so.
Before we get to Mother's Day on Sunday, they don't have any kids together. Rob might have some illegitimate children running around. We don't really know. But before we get to Mother's Day, tomorrow is National Dog Moms Day. It's always the day before Mother's Day, and it's a day set aside to honor the woman in your life or the woman that you know that has fur babies. A dog child.
A dog.
A dog. No, a dog child.
Dog child.
So,
got a dog child.
Will you, now knowing this information, which I guess you didn't know, will you make any kind of gesture? Will you get her any kind of gift for National Dog Mom's Day?
Absolutely not.
No, that was pretty quick.
I tell her she's not a dog mom every day, so I'm not changing it for a Saturday.
You say that because she says she's a dog mom?
Well, she'll say like, "Go see Dad." When she's talking to him to tell him to come to me, I said, "If you don't shut up and stop doing that, I'm gonna leave."
Yeah, I know. She had called you Daddy. That you're the dad of the dogs. So if you're the dad, then that would make her the mom.
Yeah, but that's not true.
Even if it means something to her to be a dog mom.
Nope, because it's stupid. It's not how you. That's not how we live life.
Right. It's not reality.
If it were true and she birthed this dog, I'd give it to her, but she did not.
Yeah. I'm with you on this, Rob.
Both of those dogs were picked up from a shelter.
Yeah. So they were taken from their moms.
Right. Yeah. So we're actually the bad people in this situation.
You stole that.
We gotta take these dogs back.
No, you're the good people because you quote unquote adopted these dogs.
No, but we gotta take them back to their moms. I don't. That's my new goal.
This turned really ugly, Rob.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
If you want all of the heating, air, and electrical work in your house done by the very best, then you need Bradham Brothers. They've been a family business thriving for over 50 years, and that means they're doing something right. Go to Bradham Brothers. When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
I hate that.
Available when you want it, how you want it. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
So obviously Mother's Day right around the corner. It's this Sunday. In case you forgot, go get a card, go get some flowers. That's usually what I do. I'm going to visit my mom on tomorrow, Saturday, because I don't do stuff on Sunday. and what I do for one, I have to do for the other. So Father's Day, same thing. Saturdays, they can do whatever they want on Sunday. They're not looking for me, trust me. But we know what TJ's going to do for Jody. They're going to take TJ and his son are going to take her out to a baseball game.
Mm-hmm.
But
buy her some peanuts and cracker jacks.
She doesn't care if she ever gets back. But Ace has kind of kept his plans for Mother's Day close to the vest, or is it close to the chest? Close to the vest.
Yeah. Close to the vest.
And I asked him after the Ace and Friends radio show yesterday, I said, do you have plans? And he outlined what he's going to do for her first Mother's Day. Now, I won't say those things on the radio because I don't know if you wanted them to be private or not.
No, it's fine. She knows most of them.
Okay. Does she know what's happening tonight?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to tell her yesterday so she could prepare for tonight. You couldn't spring that on her.
Can I share that, or do you want to share it?
No, it's we got her set up because the baby hasn't been sleeping really well lately, and so she's going to a nice hotel for the night. I've got getting her like a little gift bag of items that she likes.
Yeah.
And just a chance to go and just relax and hang out and spend a quiet evening alone and all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah, I did that for my wife when our first child was a baby like that. But I mean, it wasn't a nice hotel. I mean, it was okay. It was a Hampton Inn out by the interstate. She was proud to have it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there was no gift box.
Absolutely, yeah.
Hotel room is a hotel room is a hotel room.
It was quiet.
Yeah, for sure. Is she excited about that?
Yeah, she's looking forward to it.
Does it kill you that she's going to be in a hotel and I know you love hotels. You're not going to be able to enjoy it with her.
No. Because Dax and I have a little, we have a project we got to work on for her for Sunday, for Mother's Day. A little kind of, homemade type little thing that she can have from Dax. And she has another thing that's a surprise that I don't want to say because in case she hears it. And then we're going to the LSU alumni crawfish boil Saturday, which will be fun. That she loves that because she didn't get to have a drink last year because she was pregnant. Mm-hmm. And then Saturday we are going to her favorite place to eat.
It all better
Sunday
go,
rather to her favorite place to eat.
It's got to go perfectly, right?
Yeah.
It's got to go perfectly. It's her first Mother's Day. You don't want anything ugly to happen because you will never live it down.
No, you would never live that down. You just don't want that to happen anyway. Just
Are you
live it
wishing
down
it
or
on me?
not. You just don't want anything bad to happen. Yes, Riggins is wishing for something horrible to happen.
No.
It has to be perfect.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. This is the Ace and TJ Show.
When it comes to buying or selling a house, there are all kinds of people that can help you do that, but not like the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. They are so much more than just real estate salespeople. Find out by going to acetj.com/Temple team.
They say there are only two things certain in life: sweet deals at Sweet Dreams and taxes.
And only one of those is certain this month.
Which one?
The sweet deals at Sweet Dreams.
What about the taxes?
No sales tax the entire month of April at Sweet Dreams.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And don't call me Shirley.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and pay no sales tax during the month of April. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
One thing you need to know about me, I will try to get out of work. That is. I will try to leave if there's an opportunity to leave in all aspects of my life. I mean, if I see even the slightest opening, I will squeeze my fat butt right through there. But that's just a fun little fact about me. We're talking about moms this week. Obviously, Mother's Day is this week, and I posted this on social media. What's something, because Mother's Day is not always a celebration for a lot of people. What do you miss about your mom if you don't get to celebrate with her this year? Threw that up on social media at the Ace TJ Show. If you'd like to share a sweet thing about your mom, we'd love to hear it. I'd love to read them today. So there's a lot of these. Sandra said, when I find out something, I want to tell her about it. That's what I miss most. No one else in my family would understand. I probably miss her voice the most. It was always filled with love. I think that's true. When you have great news, and I don't know how you guys are, but the first person I want to tell who's going to share my sense of joy is my mom. And then I'll go through the rest of the family. But my mom is always the first person I want to share good news with. So I totally get that.
The thing that she said in there, I was thinking of this as you were saying it, because my mom has been dead now a year and a half. So this will be the second Mother's Day without her. But it's her voice. There's a calmness and a grounding quality about that whatever was happening in my world, as crazy as it would be, like a tornado of activity, when I call it, it's like everything, I would hear her voice on the phone, like, okay, now we're settled. And I can walk through whatever's going on or just have a conversation. Like, this is the place that you always come to find calm and peace. It's always here. And that's the thing that I miss most about my mom, is always, among other things, but always that, oh, I know what this is. This is safe and comfortable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's been so long since I've gotten good news, I don't even remember who I would tell. I mean, every day is just a series of kicks in the...
Yeah, that's true.
Sad, but
that's why I needed my mom's calm voice right now more than ever. I don't have it.
And if you did get good news, would you call your mom?
Eventually.
Live on your radio and anytime you want us, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Hey, radio family, we've got a new way to win. Ace TJ Prime Rewards. Win great stuff like gift cards, Ace and TJ merch, concert tickets, and exclusive money can't buy experiences. Win it all with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. It's so easy. Download the Ace and TJ Family app in your app store or at acetj.com/app and start winning with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. New winners every week. Fun and free. Get the app and play Ace TJ Prime Rewards. We always knew you were a winner. Now it's your chance to prove it. Get the app today.